So friends, today's lesson is on tattoo selection, like which needle is used in which tattoo. Often new artists are very confused about this matter, so today I will fix all your problems by making a video on this topic. So watch the video till the end and then only you will know which liner needle or shader needle to use in which tattoo. Line work. There is not much heavy work, just line work. Now we have to see how thick or how thin the line is. Like the line is very thin. Now this design is looking very big to you. About 4 to 5 inch tattoo is visible. But in reality it will be made of 2 inch, 2.5 inch or 3 inch. So its thickness will be more useful. So if this tattoo is small, then you can make it with RL3. If it is small, if it is of normal size, then you will make it with RL5. Because very thick needles cannot be used here. You see there's a thin line over here and a thick line over here. So you will first make it with a thin needle. Do not have to repeat it again. And this line has to be repeated twice, but leaving some space. So it will be a bit bold. So in this way you can use 2 needles, RL3 or RL5. After that, if your name tattoo is a bit bold, then, looking at this, there is a thin line, so you will use RL5 needle here. And all the bold lines can be made bold with 5 needles. So the line will also be done with this needle and the filling or bold will also be done with this needle. If you don't have RL5, then you can also use RL7. Because the print is looking big here, but when you make the tattoo, you will make it small. If you make this big like this, then you have to use RL9 needle here. So the line will come clean and correct in one go. You will not have to repeat again and again. Don't repeat too much. More repetition can cause skin damage. The RL needle will be used for both the works. Now let's see this name design. It is quite bold. All its lines are bold. There is a filling job in this bird. Dots are made here. Never make the dots so close together. Dot always has to make you far away. If you make dots close to each other, then the problem will come that later when the tattoo is healed, after 4, 6 months or 1 year, all the dots you see will get mixed. And it will look like a line. So keep in mind that the dots should be at far and wide gaps. You will use RL5 of dots. Now for this name design, you will use RL9, because its lines are bold. For filling you can use RS7 or RS9 either. Keep in mind that this is for the line, and this is also for the line, and this will be used for filling. On bird you would line RL5 or RL7. And you will do the filling with RS.7. We'll never make this entire tattoo with liner needles. We'll do it with liner only when you have long time to work. Your practice has become good. Your hand is set on the liner needle. I will tell you the method of filling in the upcoming video. You can also make this tattoo with a liner needle without damaging the skin. Just have to have some patience. Let's assume that next time such a tattoo comes to you. So which tattoo needle will be used? You see that no lines are bold. This is approximately a 4 by 3 inch tattoo. So if we do RL5 or RL7 in this, then there will be no problem. It would be nice if the line is a little bold. Now the amount of shading area it has, especially if it's in a small space, like this shading or these shadings, which are very useful, there you will use the line. It can be any one of these. It is above the use, it is above the control. But all these shadings are big. If you do it with Magnum, it will be good. Here you can use Magnum 9 needle. But there is a winning filling area. You can do that with liner needles. RL7 can fill this space, whatever small space it can. And small shading will also be done with the liner. Here Rudrakesh can also be done with liner. Now coming to the design of this feather. There are also some birds in it. Because the size of the birds is not too big, we will take a liner needle. These birds are very small, so we will use RL3 or RL5 here. Because there is fine work here, we will not use very big needles. This entire tattoo will be made with the liner needle only. Here the shading is also not in much details. The shading is normal, so we will do the shading here with liner only. The lines are thin everywhere here, so here also the same needle will be used. You can also do shading with RL5 or RL7. Here we do not need Magnum, but you can use Magnum if you want. If you want to use Magnum needle, then Magnum 9 can be used. Somewhere you are adjacent to using Magnum, there is no problem. Now let's see the design of eagle tattoo. There is no bold line anywhere in it. If you are making such a big tattoo, then according to me you should use RL7 needle here. If you are seeing bold lines or filling at some places, you will do filling along with the line with its needle. We don't need a shader in this. Not even here. All this work will be done with the liner. The whole tattoo will be done with the liner needle. All the shading you are seeing will be done with the liner. But still, if you want, you can use Magnum 9 needle in it. Which needles are needed for this tattoo? Let's see. Look at its leaves. How thin are the lines? Keep in mind that it should never be made with a large number of liners. The liner you need for this R should be 3. We can do its outline also with RL3, because later we have to do the filling. Otherwise we can use RL5 or RL7 also. For outlining, all these outlines that are visible have to be done with liner. Jitini is also a big place. You will use round shader there. RS7 or RS9 needles can be taken. If you want, you can also take RS11. Now whatever shading area it is, you will do it with Magnum. You can buy Magnum 7 or Magnum 9 here. Now here's the dotted shading. And there are not too many bold dots, there are very small dots. So you will do the work of a dot with RL3. We'll do birds from RL3 only. So in this way these needles will be used in this tattoo. Now let's also see the design of this rose tattoo. It has outline work but a lot of work and detail. And it has to be done with some care. You can see how thin is the outline of all the rose petals. So for this we will use RL3 here. Because the line is very thin. RL5 or RL7 can be used for any number of cards. For all water drops, we will also use RL3 or RL5. Now let's look at the shading. You see there are small shadings here and there. You can do this with liner or else you can use Magnum. Magnum 7 or Magnum 9 can be taken. And for bigger areas, you can take Magnum 13 or 15. Whatever is the big shading and the shading of the side, you can do the shading of the leaf with any Magnum. Now coming to the portrait type tattoo in the last. We have to see a lot in this type of tattoo. Like technology, style. As you become an old artist, your skills will develop. Then you will start choosing the needle yourself. Because in this type of tattoo we have to reduce the use of liner. Very less liner is used. More shader is used. All the small details that are here have to take liners of all the small details. Like in the eyebrows too, it's okay. Liner has to be taken somewhere in the hair too. Now it depends on which liner you take. As per the size of the tattoo, choose the needle accordingly. So RL3 or RL7 or RL9, any liner can be used. Just have to see what is its size. After that you will use Magnum in it for shading. Whatever shading is there, where there is a small area, Magnum 7 or Magnum 9 will be used. For large or medium area you can use Magnum 13 or Magnum 15. Or you can also take Magnum of bigger number than this. It all depends on the size of the tattoo. As your experience and skill increases, you yourself will know which needle to use where. So friends, how did you like the lesson today? Do tell in the comments. See you in the new lesson. Till then, bye.